Welcome to your home practice. Once again, we're going to focus on opening up in the area of the low back, which is an area that tends to get quite tight. Improve posture by opening up in through the chest and the shoulders, and also to create core strength. This is going to be just very quick that we're going to go into each of these areas, as well as stretch out through the front of the thigh, because often this tension in here can go right down into the knee joint. So we want to open up the thighs to help the ligaments of the knees. So if you find any of the poses really help, repeat them. Just pause the video and stay with that one and do it again. I'll keep this quite brief so that you can spend more time and go back to certain poses if you wish. Enjoy. We'll begin today by coming down right onto your back. So get on down, and begin with the shoulder blades coming under so that the neck is really long. Make sure the low back also feels long by pressing the feet into the floor, and that'll help to draw the tailbone down. Now begin by stretching the arms overhead. Just get a really good reach. Spread the fingers, and you're going to hear the sound of the robin. It's right outside the door on this beautiful August day. And you can really stretch there, lengthen out, just feel like you're on the rack in a good, gentle way, and keep the heels pressing down, and that'll help to draw the tailbone down. And then, and we're going to hear the sounds of the train too, draw the knees in and do a gentle rock side to side. And I'll just yell over the train. If you need to hold on to the backs of the knees, to get in closer, please do. And then just let the heels drop. And the bend of the elbows to the outside helps to keep the shoulders back. Now, from there, take the left leg out and hug the right knee in. And once again, either holding on behind or holding on in front, whatever is easiest to have your shoulders back. So if my thigh is really tight in here, then you might want to hold on to the back of the knee. Keep the elbows bent to keep the shoulders back. And come on into circles through that knee. You're coming right around. Let the upper body release back. So we're squeezing right in through the top of the thigh, stretching in through the quad and through the psoas muscle that goes right up into the spine. And your whole upper body is resting back. Head is back, head is heavy. And then circle in the other direction. Keeping the breath steady as you come around. Okay, and then just do a little windshield wiper side to side and keep the knee really squeezing in so you can get a good release of that tight thigh muscle if it is tight. And then you can take the twist. So you're going to take the left hand on the outside of the right knee, pull across, take the right arm up on a diagonal. So I'm just going to show you on this side. You have the arm up on a diagonal to open. So you're twisting over to the left, the right arm comes up and the right shoulder blade comes back. You're lengthening out of that right side. And do any little finagling you need to do to get that right hip to come across more. And again, reach out with that right arm on a diagonal, nice deep breaths. The breathing is always in and out through the nose, and the shoulder blade is back. And you get a really nice opening through that right side of the body. And feel free to circle that arm, like to come up and down. And keep as much as you can the palm back. You might float, the arm might float if the shoulder's tight, that's okay. You're still going to get that good leverage in through the shoulder joint to open it. Coming back. And then come on back up. So you're drawing that right knee in again. Squeeze. And then opposite left leg up. So you're going to hug that left knee in. Give a good squeeze. And again, either behind the knee or in front of the knee. And come on into circles, bringing that leg around. And the right leg is on the ground, reaching out. The breathing is in and out through the nose. You're resting the head back so you have a nice long neck. Really squeeze the thigh in. Good. Come in both directions. Again, really squeezing in. And then you can windshield wiper side to side. Keeping the elbows bent so the shoulders are back. And you keep the breathing constant in and out through the nose. There, side to side. And now twist over to the right. Take that right hand on the top of the left knee. Take the left arm out on a diagonal as you open. And do any little wiggling you need to do to get that left shoulder blade to come back as much as you can. And reach that left knee across. Breathing steadily. Opening through that left side. Breath. Letting that left shoulder draw back. Keep twisting the right knee over to the side. And one more breath. And then you can draw right back. Hug that knee and once again give a really good squeeze. Now we'll take that left leg in the air and you want to reach through the heel. It's perfectly great if the knee is bent because of the hamstring. And see if you can really draw the toes back. Reach the heel up and lengthen through the leg as much as you can. And I'll just demonstrate. This is where you could also use a strap or you could use a towel, whatever works, just to come right around the ball of the foot. So you take the strap up just at the ball of the foot. Hold on with just the left hand. Let the right arm rest and pull the leg towards you. If it's convenient, if it's better, you can hold on with both. It's just that it'll help to relax the right shoulder. We draw the heel to the ceiling, draw the toes back. Keep the right heel on the ground actively reaching out. So you pin down that right hip and you draw the left heel to the ceiling. And you can even do a little pulse to get in through the top of that left thigh. So you really get that length in through the leg. This will help to open up the back of the knee so that if you've ever had like an ACL surgery or any kind of work in through the knee, and I'm laughing because so many people in my studio have, and you're opening through the back of the knee. And if you need to bend, that's okay. It's just work towards, if you do this, if you come down a little lower to open the back of the knee, because those supports really help the cruciate ligaments up the front, ACL, anterior cruciate ligament, and then bringing up. Okay, now just go about 6 inches side to side. You're really reaching out through the heel, the toes pull back, shoulders relaxed. And get that heel out as far as you can. Keep the breathing constant in and out through the nose. And then you can release the strap and we'll come over to the other side. So bringing that right leg up, and again, the knee might be way bent. I remember those days. And you're going to hold on with either both hands because that feels right through the shoulders, or in through the right hand and the left arm releases. And you're pulling that heel towards you as the toes pull back. Lengthen through the back of the leg and keeping the shoulders back. Pull the heel towards you. Sometimes it's easier if you tighten the grip, so I'm going higher up and then pulling that heel. And again, if you need to bend the knee, please do. And if you can work towards a way that you can not bend the knee now, so if you need to release the grip a little, straighten the heel to the ceiling so you open up that back knee support. And breath. Maybe a little pulse working towards you. Coming up. Breath. Okay. And then then you can release the strap, just take it down. Okay, we're gonna roll over. Come on over to the right side. Come on up to seated position. And we're gonna come into child's pose. So we're gonna have the arms right under the shoulders. Make sure that the eyes of the elbows are facing in, because that helps to keep the elbow from locking. Because women, we have a different radial ulna joint here, elbow joint, and so we want to make sure that we keep it soft. Okay, knees are hip width apart. Child's pose by taking the palms as far out as they get, reaching. Breathe in, exhale back, and release the forehead to the ground. Draw the core in, especially on the exhale. Breathing in and out through the nose. I'm just going to turn my head to the side so you can hear me better. And keep the core pulling back as you palm the mat and get way out there, lengthening through the low back and the backs of the arms. And the breathing is in and out through the nose. Breath. Now we'll take the arms over to the right. So bring the right arm way off the mat, left arm on top, pull the left waist back. Pulling the core over to the left well. Okay, thank you for putting up with the training. You're just releasing. Now we come back. Come on over to your left. So get that left arm way out, right arm over and on top. Pull the right waist to the back. Release the forehead down. Breath. Keep on feeling the right waist pulling back. Stay with the breath. You might really feel a great stretch in that right side of the waist. And then you come on back. Okay, good. And then we're going to take the legs straight in front. Now, to help with posture, sometimes we rarely use these muscles right in here, actually most of the time. And so what we do is we pull the bum bones back, get the legs straight in front, attempt to lift from the low back. So we're attempting not to sit back like this. And then you turn the fingers in, press into the palms, that'll draw the shoulder blades back, squeeze them together like subway doors, and then gaze up. And you're looking to the place where the ceiling meets the wall. And you press into the palms, look up. Breathe in and out through the nose as you're lifting the chest. Draw the toes back so the heels reach out. And you'll feel the bum bones pressing down. Inhale. Good, we're going to stay here. Here comes the train. We're going to stay here. Stay with the breathing in and out through the nose, looking up. Breath. Feel the chest lift. Breath. Okay, good. And then from there, lift back up. Let me just check my notes. Okay, next we're going to do a side stretch. So take the right palm down rather. Take the left arm out. So I'll just show you from the side. We're going to take the left arm up, and you keep the shoulder down, and you breathe and come up, and you're lengthening right over the side. Feel free to take this hand out further. So you can turn the palm out, and you can lengthen out from the side. Just watch that you're not lifting the shoulder blade. So keep the clavicle down. Rise right out from the rib cage. Breath. And then you can come back. Take that arm down, turn the palm out. Lift, shoulder down. Inhale, exhale over. And keep the breathing in and out from the nose. The toes are pulling back. I'm going to show you from the side now. And you're really lifting from the rib cage, attempting not to dump like this into the low back, but to lift as you come up in breath, and then you can come down. Okay, we're going to go right into core from here. So turn this way. You are coming down, and you get the shoulder blades under. So you're right down on your back, and you've got the knees bent. Feet are hip width apart. Knees are hip width apart. And then you're going to lift the left, let's do the left knee up, and you're gonna have the left knee just directly over the left hip. So it's really important to have it right over the hip. So I'll just show you the difference. There's over the hip, and there's a bit closer. Now that flattens the back. You actually want to have a little arc in the low back. So if you just take a look at the video here, here's the arc in the low back, and here's when I flatten it. So arc in the low back, and there's the flattening. So you want to keep the arc and pull the core in, which is very much like a half a giggle, so a little so you're pulling in, and that, or it's like a sneeze, and that pulls the core in. Now the upper body, the shoulders are down, and you can take the opposite right knee up, and you knead it, and you keep the core hugging in with that natural gap in the low back. So the knees are directly over the hips, the shoulder blades are back. You're hugging the rib cage in, hugging the abdominal wall in rather, keeping the breathing. And now just take the left leg out halfway and try not to move the core. Or if it's enough, you can stay in this position. You can stay in this very position, it might be enough. And then, you brought the leg halfway out, then you come back up, and then you go halfway out with the right leg. Make sure the shoulder blades stay back, so try not to contract in there. Halfway down, and coming back with that knee to the ceiling, and then the left leg halfway down. Keeping the arc in the low back as you go, and coming back. Good. And right, coming out, and coming back. Good. And left, coming out, keep the shoulders back. And coming back, and halfway out right. Keeping the breath, keeping the shoulders back. I want to keep reminding you of that because it's really easy to contract the neck. And then left leg out, halfway down. Coming back, that's my neighbor's dog. And then right leg out, shoulders stay back, and come back to center. Okay, half a giggle. Just to notice, are you still contracting the low core? Well done. Now bring the legs up and come on into happy baby to release the low back. You might hold on to the knees, you might hold on to the shins, you might hold on, if you have short legs like me, you might grab onto the legs and then bend the knees to the outside. You do a little rock to come into the low back, and then feel the elbows bend to the outside so you can really access each area of the low back. It's a good stretch there. And then we're going to roll over to the right side. Oh no, actually, let's do a quad stretch first. So I want you to have your feet on the outside edges of the mat. Knees will naturally part. Take the arms up like a V, and then press the knees over to the left, both knees, over to the left, and press that top right knee away. So you're going to press it down, down, down. The arms are overhead, and you're reaching through the fingertips, so you really open up through the chest and the rib cage. Keep pressing that top right knee away. Now, if it's an option, you can take that left ankle and take it above the right knee. That'll give more leverage to pull that right knee away, 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 going into the quad stretch and psoas, and probably into your side waist as you reach that right arm out. And breath. Good. Keep the shoulder back. And then uncross that left leg. Breathe in, draw the knees. You've still got the feet on the outside edges of the mat. Draw the knees to the ceiling, bend over to the right. Press that top left knee away. Press away, press away. Maybe take that right ankle above the left knee. Come down, pressing the left knee away. Really long through the left waist. You can always do a little giggle here too. Just fake it, just to pull the core in. I'm a big fan of that. And then uncross that right ankle. Here comes the train. Draw the knees back up to the ceiling. Coming back to your center. And then draw the knees in. Come on in really wide with the knees. And hold on behind the knees. or in front. Again, if you can get a grip at the front, do a gentle rock side to side. Breath. Breath. And then roll over to your left side and come right up to seated position, and you are done. Enjoy the rest of your day, and way to have discipline to do your practice at home. It ain't easy. So I'm really glad you joined me. Having support really helps you to stay on the mat. Enjoy your day.